What's happening, everybody? I'm Grillmastah. Welcome to Bladesong, a blacksmithing game that is unlike other blacksmithing games I've seen. In the cloying darkness, you writhe. You cling to life by the tips of your fingers. Something takes shape in the emptiness, contours of flesh tracing along familiar lines. A withered old woman's face floating before your own. When she speaks, she has a rasping voice of a raven. Who are you? Swordsmith? A survivor? A saint? I don't know. A dying man? You're dressed as male. Okay, yeah, sure. Dying. Wrong. It is not your time. Sundering claim untold lives, yet you endured while so many around you perished. What did you do to survive? Oh, I joined a band of sellswords, forging the blade used in our butchery. The last of them died in battle. With time for me to start over. It grants you +3 toughness, may open unique dialogue. So diplomacy, toughness, knowledge, and finesse. Built a settlement at Overhaul. Was their smith and their spokesperson. For many years, we held out. One by one, I buried them all. Oh my god. I held my trade with settlement to settlement, gathering hard-won knowledge about a world that's falling apart. I like the leader. Cold hand touches your brow. Water cools your burning throat. You kept something, through all your hardships, a keepsake for a better time. What is it? Okay. Creative playstyle grants a bundle of leathers and pigments for your creative freedom early on. Your story-focused playstyle grants a unique family heirloom passed down through prior generations of your lineage. For an optimization-focused playstyle grants a bottle of precious liqueur to boost your progress. I mean, I like the story-focused idea. The fire is burning itself out, leaving you a damp shadow of your old self. You cloud blindly in the darkness until more waters tip down your throat. What do you believe in? Now the voices have abandoned this world? Humanity can rise above their voices if we learn their secrets. I believe in small things, bread rising, seasons turning, children growing. Better off without voices, humans can adapt to anything. Your small kindness is an act of defiance in a world of pure pity. Nothing matters anymore. There's peace in accepting that. Man, no, compassion, man. You have it backwards. Love is what dooms your kind in the end. The world will tear out the soft heart of yours and devour it. That's awful. I'll leave you with one final question, and I don't expect an answer. What will fill your silence of the void left behind? The old woman's face retreats into inky blackness. Sparks flicker into life behind her. One by one, a field of stars burning with a sickly pale light. Like seeds taking root, they twist and expand, their tendrils branching and burrowing through the darkness until they've strangled it with light. Now wake, Smith. You will have a part to play in humanity's final act. Oh, okay. A new day has dawned. Okay. Your eyes flutter as you regain consciousness. You faintly were surprised to find yourself alive. The death did not come for you, or when it did, it found you unyielding. Awaken. You sit up, gasping, sweat drenched. The fever is broken. Get your bearings. You're in a tent. There's no sign of your caretaker, apart from a half-empty water pail and a damp cloth on your brow. You peek out the tent flaps, squinting against the sunlight. Outside, as far as the eye can see, stretches a chaotic sprawl of tents and shelters, turned mud and shallow graves. Most of your rations are gone. Your horse is already dying when the fever took you. Its body is nowhere to be seen. No likely soup. You're on your own. Nurtured Osterhall from a village into a thriving town, accepting survivors from other doomed outposts that were forced to watch its decline as plagues and famines and raiders took their due. His long journey to Eren Keep, through dust and despair, your last memories are sliding from your dying horse. Your numb legs tracking furrows in the mud as someone dragged you to shelter, but who? Outside the tent is a crude field forge, complete with an anvil. Did you crawl here in a daze, or did your mysterious caretaker bring you here? Either way, the anvil gives you a feeling of home. Access the field forge condition. Okay. It seems to have been abandoned for some time, lacking anyone with the skill to work it, but it won't require much effort to get running again. Did you need to make a living out here? Hopefully it won't come to that. First, you should head to the gates and try to secure entry to Eren Keep. But you came here after all. Short tutorial will teach you how to... Okay, so now we basically get to learn what to do. Welcome to the camp, Swordsmith. People will come to you with commissions. Choose which commissions to take. Commissions refresh daily. Select the highlighted icon. Okay, so we gotta choose this first. Alright. First customer is a gaunt man in a tattered cloak. He approaches you, noticing the anvil outside your tent. You're a blacksmith. Can you make me a sword? Got the coin for it. Just make sure it's good and long. I don't like my enemies to be in hugging distance, if you get my meaning. Alright, so we get action points? Or it takes an action point. Oh, it takes an action point and 11 steel, I think. Yes, okay. Forge. Okay, so we basically have, like, the crafting in this of the swords is insane. Huh? Use the flag on the top. Okay. Okay. So, the specific requirements that they want met, we have to basically get it inside there. Right? Is plus down? But right there, okay. Change the lane. Alright, and then we just smack this thing. Can I, like, move the... There we go. Oh, okay. We want to hit it at the highest point to get the biggest difference. I see. Oh, wow. That actually... Okay, there we go. So now we need to add... We're inside the length that they want. We need to add the thickness. Are we good? How do I just go to 100%? I guess so. Make blade wider using the change. Okay, we're gonna make the blade wider now. I mean, it doesn't say it's at 100% though. But I can't do anymore. All right. Well, now we need to add a point to the actual thing. Let's go ahead and add a point down here. There we go. Cross section. Stability 2 steps. First, you need to give the blade a sharp edge. Watch the cross section display at the top left. Okay. All right. Now sharpen, you can further adjust the shape of the cross section. Try hammering until the hexagon turns into a diamond shape. Okay, so we basically want to turn this into a diamond. All right. I mean, is it there? I feel like that's a diamond shape now, right? It looks like it's touched. There we go. Blade is complete. Hit the hilt mode. Start working on the hilt. All right, let's come down here then. So we have the guard we got to put on there. Oh, there we go. Then we got to choose... Okay. Mild taper. All right, there you go. Two-handed sword, so we need to... Oh, so we need to add a second grip. Can I change this at all, though? I don't like that. Can we swap it? Oh, wait, what? Hold up. I can put... No, you let me put it up there? Interesting. I just want to swap this one. Okay, so can I take this one off? I can't. Okay, well, I guess this, unfortunately, we're just gonna have to work with what we can. I don't like that, but alright, it is what it is. Feels like that would just be painful. Alright, how do I add this on here? Do we need a scroll wheel? Okay, I did it. There you go. Okay, so we just added... There you... Alright. Happy with your two-headed blade? Make some final adjustments to the blade. Okay, so we're going back to the blade and we're doing what? The width? X to flip the direction when you're hammering. Aww. Mission is fulfilled. Why did I narrow it down? I don't understand that part. Okay, so now we just do what? Offer to Owen? Man takes a sword and jabs it as a shadow experimentally. A slow grin crosses his face. This should do the trick. Thank you, Smith. Here's your payment. Yes? Congratulations, find your first sword. Customer awaits. Okay. Receive 40 thalers. Alright, I guess that's good. What are all these other things, man? Word is already spreading around camp about the new Smith. Your next customer is a wary-looking man with a bald pate, his hollow eyes darting back and forth. Heard you came down from the wasting fever. Lucky to be alive you are. Anyway, Can you modify this sword for me? I scavenged it from the ruins, but it hasn't got enough of a point to it. I want something I can stab into a thief's belly if I need to. Hands you a sword with a sharp edge, but a rounded tip. As you hold it up to the light, he leans forward conspiratorially. I've only had this blade 3 days, and I felt someone's jealous eyes upon it. They come for it at night. I want to be able to give them a short, sharp stab. Alright. Customer wants his sword altered. The rounded point needs to be turned into a narrow point. We need to go narrow point, so we need to go point. And... okay, so how do I change this to like that? Alright. I mean, is that what you want? I don't see, like, is it... do I need it even more? And, I mean, I guess I can just bring it like this, right? Okay, there you go. Now you're happy with it. Good, 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 good. So, like, right there. Okay, so now we got it check marked. And then we just offer it back. The man takes his sword and tests the point, smiling at the bead of blood that swells his fingertip. Then he stows it away, glancing around the camp as he does. Folks out here will take everything from you if you ain't vigilant. Keep a keen eye out, Smith. Scurries away, his back hunched as though against a non-existent downpour. Okay, well, accept this offer. He's already gone. Okay, so you just receive a scrap item. Salvaging turns scrap items into useful resources. This costs a small amount of action points. So it's perfect for leftover points at the end of the day. Hover over items to see their descriptions. The old tools, so I can salvage that. Sophisticated bronze brooch passed down through your family line for untold generations. It's the only thing that you have from before the Sundering. You ever been able to translate the inscription around the edge? Smith's companion? Okay. Oh, so we're gonna get books that teach us specific things. Wood and steel. Alright, so I guess we just salvage this. Alright, and then we end our day. Yes. I guess. Daily upkeep is $20. Why am I paying $20? Explore Eren Keep. Eh. Oh, okay. Outer gate. Alright. I was like, am I supposed to do something? Passions into Eren Keep is barred by a colossal gate, taller than a ship's mast. It was built to withstand enemy armies, but since the Masked King's ascension, mainly keeps out the desperate masses seeking his protection. Examine the magical barrier. It's only visible in the half-light of dawn, or when it pours through rain. A faint shimmer that rises from the walls and captures Eren Keep in a vast dome. Interesting. Oh! Its origin is shrouded in mystery, but the Masked King is somehow the key to its power. The barrier is why so many travel so far to outside these walls. It's the reason you came here, braving countless dangers. The barrier keeps the dangers of the wastelands at bay. Approach the gate. Do you approach the porticules? Oh my gosh, my brain rises as admit a caravan and chaos breaks out. The crowd swells like a rising tide. Refugees pushing... and sound effects. I like it. This is really cool. Like, I actually really enjoy stuff like this. Refugees push forward, begging for entry, and the guards batter them back with their shields. Merchant wagon barrels through, their drivers using horse whips to lash stragglers out of the way. Sneak through with the wagons. You couldn't get far before the guard grabs you by the shoulder and flings you down into the churned mud. Not on my watch. Gazes down at you like a fisherman disappointed with his catch. I want to enter the keep. You're a citizen. You got yourself a worker's permit. Of course. So if you get... no, I don't. You can get out of here, applicant. And stop wasting my time. Applicant. That's the euphemism that the guards use to refer to the desperate hordes camping at their gate. It was a nicer ring, you suppose, than a refugee. Please, I've traveled a long way and barely survived the journey. I have useful skills. I'm a blacksmith. Every applicant who comes here begging is a doctor or a master glass worker or a damned alchemist. You think I was born yesterday? You're a smith, prove it. I could show you a sword I made. And how is that supposed to be... How's that... How's that supposed to know you're telling the truth? I've got a sword too, doesn't make me a smith. Buzz off, little fly. Okay, you return to your tent where the makeshift forge waits. You're hardly at your best working with such limited materials, but it's all you have for the time being. Won't be long before the cache of steel runs out. Since it seems like you're going to be here longer than expected, you should make it a priority to find a merchant in this forsaken place. A new day has dawned. I mean, technically it already dawned and we went to go do things. Finish the tutorial. From now on, you'll have more energy to spend. You won't be able to complete every commission, so pick the ones that you like the sound of. Game will open up from here. Don't be afraid to explore. There's few resources to get you started. Oh, that's cool. Alright, alright. So we need commissions to do? Takes 4 energy, takes 7, takes 5, man, that's a lot. Ooh. I mean, I don't have enough to do... I guess we just go for something like this, right? What's that? Mystery reward. I'm intrigued by the mystery reward. Man, you give me 10 steel and a mystery reward. See, and the thing is, I could do this one and this one. And it'll be fine. So I'm thinking we're gonna help this one. Nervous-looking woman approaches your anvil, constantly glancing over her shoulder. The moons are quick and jittery, though like those of a haunted animal. Someone's been following me lately out of the latrines, or when I go scavenging for mushrooms. I don't know who, I haven't seen their face. You make something I can draw quickly, but it needs to be long too. Hopefully just the sight of it will keep them away. Do you know what they want? No, and I'm not gonna wait around for them to find out. Next time I see them, I want to be ready. Okay. I'm looking at this too, and I'm thinking, you're gonna give me tools, and I was like, I'm gonna break them down, but that takes 1. Which means I wouldn't be able to do this one. I mean, I guess it's fine. Alright, so... First off, we gotta get the length. Let's change the length. Okay, so this is really what I want to do. I want to hit it at that perfect timing. Right as it when it's at the top. Mobility 1. Oh, that's fine, though. I mean, you want a specific length. I have to get it there. Okay, and we're good? Okay, so then let's change the thickness. I mean, how... That's the thing, is like, how do I know? Let's change the width then. Okay. Then, obviously add a point to it. Okay, that seems fine. Lower the weight down. There's no requirement on these ones. Impact. Sharpness is something I definitely have to do. Cross-section. Okay. How else do I get my sharpness up? Yes, you know, that's not good. That's not good. I did too much. How do I undo that? Wait, what's this? Oh, crap. Oh, no, I see what I just did. Oh, whoops. So you can just remove... Okay, that's kind of cool. Let's take it to the diamond shape. There we go. Stiffness. Fiercely, the blade can thrust before it starts to bend. Okay. Point adjusted by dragging it up and down the intensity line. And that's the thing is, how do I... Crust cut... Okay, how well the crust section of the sword can cut through a target. Steep angle... okay. Which is impediment to the cut. So do I want... So in other words, like the tip of this. I mean, I don't think that's changing at all. Yeah, no. I think, no, what I want to do is I want to change the point. Decrease or increase? It's not doing anything to sharpness. Huh. Miss Companion. Okay, well. Oh, I see. So, in other words, it wants me. I have to put these things on here, of course. Yeah. Then. That on here with this help. Okay, so all that stuff is good. Broad point. You want a broad point? Oh. Which is a rather broad or rounded point. Stabbing is not the sword's primary purpose. Okay, so go back to the blade. I see. I see, and that's the thing, is I'm trying to figure out, like, what exactly do you want? Okay, and there we go. We got a broad point now. I just don't... How do I get the sharpness up even more? Steep angle... Wide and thin blade provides the best rating. A thin blade? So should I thin the blade out some then? Oh yeah, there we go. That actually did exactly what I wanted. So we are good on mobility, we are good on sharpness. Everything is good then. Everything the person wants is good on this sword. Alright, I like that. Forged your first little actual... What is... That looks so weird on the end, by the way. What did I do here? Hold up. Can I change the thickness on this part? Why does that look so strange to me? I don't know. It looks really weird on the end. It's fine. Okay, so offered Celine. Takes the weapon with relief. Her eyes are set with deep circles as though she hasn't slept for a week. Good, I'll carry this everywhere and sleep with the closest hand. If my second shadow shows itself again, I'll be ready. Okay, thank you. A skill point? Ooh, okay. Oh, we got 2 old tools. That's cool. What is all this? Allows you to scale sword parts. Advanced cross-section controls. Forge asymmetrical blades. Ooh, that sounds fun. Curved blades, fuller. Okay, strong hands. Engraving material? Okay, I want to go this way. This is the stuff that actually has intrigued me. Engraving of the blade and short sword parts. Like, that seems really cool. Like, I know I tried the demo, but I don't remember it. We have enough resources. Scruffy young man slides up to your anvil, glancing around nervously and picking at a half-healed scar on his face. I found a blade in the lost city. It's not in good condition. You think you could make it usable again? Alright. So you want me to do the sharpness for sure. Let's go ahead and take care of that. I like this handle. Right, let's go ahead and go to cross-section. Oh wait, are we already, just like that, we're good? Okay, the other cross-section. Here? Okay, there you go, I'm happy with that. Like, we're not, like, this is how we're sharpening, which is weird to me. And that's the only thing you wanted, right? It's literally just this. Grins as he takes the weapon, swinging experimentally through the air. Oh, this is gonna come in handy. Thanks, Heath Smith. Okay. And I mean, I'm out of energy now, so I just need to go to the end of the day. Alright, that's fine. I have this, but I can't break anything down because I don't have the energy. So we may have to do that tomorrow. I'm okay with that. Alright, so we're down to, we lose $20, but we made 97. We can explore? Camp? Outer gate. Camp, I guess, right? I'm assuming this is where we're gonna find a merchant at. Outside the walls of Eren Keep, desperate souls gather in makeshift tents, pleading for entry. Introduce yourself to the neighbors. Tent near you are mostly occupied by unfriendly, suspicious folk. They spit on the ground when you approach and ward you off with threatening gestures. With one exception, however, a young woman who actually smiles as you approach, though her eyes are haunted and hollow set. Glad to see you're feeling better. You were on death's door for a while there. You looked after me? Not exactly. I dragged you here to safety after you fell off your horse. Thank you for that. No problem. The old woman did most of the work nursing you back to health. I checked in now and then, but she told me you were still recovering. Where is she anyway? I haven't seen her in days. She was gone by the time I woke up, and I have no idea who she was. You just handed me over to some random stranger? Yeah, no idea where she is. Let me know if you see her. I'd like to thank her. Will do, but wait. Do you mean to say she's not a relative of yours? How odd. Must have been just some kind-hearted old soul. Count your blessings, you're not many of those around in this camp. Aye, it's nice to see a friendly face around here. Lovely neighborhood around here. It's nice to see a friendly face around here. Good to meet you too. Name's Chev, short for Shavena. But only my mother calls me that. She's been dead for 10 years. Painfully thin and covered in grime, like everyone else in the camp. She's the first, much like for everyone else in the camp. I can read. Oh my goodness. She's the first person you come see and smile, though. What do you imagine goes on in Eren Keep? I'm starting to forget what civilization used to look like. As long as it's better than here, I don't care what it's like. In Eren Keep, everyone eats like an emperor, and the streets are paved with beer. It's safe in there, the Masked King looks... Somewhere you can set up a shop, build a real business, not just scrape by. Yeah, I like that idea. Make it sound so easy. I wish I had a skill I could build a business around. And know how to survive one day to the next. Lapses into silence. Somewhere in the distance, a scream rings out, and you both try to ignore it. Do you know anyone selling materials? I could use some for my forge. Did someone say there's a scrap peddler in the Lost City selling all sorts of things? Be careful if you go to Lost City, though. Place gives me the shivers. New location has been marked on your map. Alright. Before you leave, Chev grabs your arm. There's a wild desperation in her eyes. I've been stuck out here for weeks, and not everyone in this camp is as friendly as you. Not sure how much longer I can last. You do me a favor. If you get into Eren Keep before me, find a fellow named Lucas Borin. He's my uncle. If he knew I was out here, he'd help me, I'm sure of it. I really think I'd get in before you? You've been here longer than me. Yeah, no. I'll let you know. Thank you. She rubs her eyes. Look at me, getting my hopes up. Lucas Borin. Remember the name. Chev lifts her hand in farewell as you walk away from her tent. Her smile is as fragile as porcelain. Well, I mean, scavenge for food, right? Tragedy of the applicant's camp is indescribable. So is its smell. There are no sewers out here, and not everyone bothers to go outside to use the latrines. Ugh. Tucked away from the squalor, you find a pocket where desperation hasn't completely taken hold. Children are playing in the mud. A few scrawny chickens peck at the ground, miraculously uneaten. As you pick up your way through, weary eyes track your movement. From tent flaps, someone called to alert their neighbors of the presence of a newcomer. In the center of the little commune, you find a family crouched around a huge cooking pot, shimmering with meats and scavenged vegetables. The little girl tosses a handful of wild herbs into the stew. Your mouth waters. I mean, I'll approach them, why not? They're probably going to stab me or something. Father and mother, a gaggle of children, a grandmother with a face like an ancient apple. Even a dog rolling on its back in the dirt, tongue wagging. They're rough-looking swords, filthy and gaunt, but you're not exactly presentable yourself these days. You get close to the man, twitches aside his cloak to reveal a heavy wooden club. His wife hand darts to a dagger on her belt. The dog snarls, hackles raised. They all look at you carefully, waiting for your next move. Pet the dog! Pet the dog! Dog lifts its lip to snarl at you approach, but at the last moment it lowers its head and allows you to scratch behind its ear. Toto seems to like him. That's good enough for me. Introduce yourself. Oh, there's a stranger. Name's Bennett Marauder. This is my wife, Tyra Train. And her ma, Gaida. I can't take you through the names of the nippers if you like, but man, that's... Certain words I'm always scared to say because YouTube autocorrect or the auto comment things will put words that is not what I said, and I'm like, that's a close one, man. Like whippersnappers would be a better way to put that, but I get them mixed up myself. The young man smiles wanly, withdrawing her hand from the dagger's hilt. Old woman just nods, her expression lost in the mass of wrinkles. Children clutter behind their father, peeping at you and giggling. And you've already met Chodo. He's a good boy. Keeps the vultures away. With the word vultures, but an expression darkens. Chodo sneezes disdainfully. Vultures? Aye, human vultures. Doesn't elaborate further, his shoulders stiffen. What's in the pot? Smells incredible. It only smells good because, from the looks of you, you haven't eaten a proper meal in weeks. Come, pull up a rock, grab a bowl. A huge, generous gesture. Meat out here is as precious as gold, and this man has children to feed. What about feeding me? I'm not hungry. I mean, sit down and join their meal. Hot and thick and the rich with meat. It's the best thing you've ever tasted. For the first time in weeks, the hunger in your belly ceases its howling. How'd you find all this food? You've seen the big merchant caravans come traveling through the city every day. A box of rations fell off the back of one of those. Some kind of luck, ain't it? Just fell off on its own accord, did it? Teach me your ways. In truth, I'm not sure I can do it again. The timing was perfect. The guards were distracted. The merchants had all the caught their wasting fever and barely lifted their heads. Can't rely on that kind of luck. How long you been camping out here? Pleasure to meet you, man. No, how long have you been camping out here? It's 2 months now. Every day I beg the guards to let us through. They're not interested in the likes of us. They offered us a trade, though. They'll take our kids and keep them safe if Tyrarian and I work ourselves to death in their mines. But then who would look after old Kida then? Oof. What do you think of that, Gita? A woman bobs her head, smiling vacantly into the cracking fire. She gives no sign of having heard you. Oh, man, I don't want to say take that offer. That's a freaking horrible offer, man. Yeah, she wouldn't survive out there alone. Let's go with that one. Aye, that's the truth of it. So we're stuck out here for the time being. Don't worry, though. We'll find a way to get ourselves past the gate. Pleasure to meet you, Bennett. I'll see you later. Away from the marauders, the atmosphere of the camp reasserts itself. Unfriendly glares, distant sobbing. Draw your cloak around yourself and hurry back to your tent. Return to your tent. Climb into your bedroll, enjoying the rare feeling of a full belly. You offer silent thanks to Bennett Marauder and his clan before sleep steals you away. I'm now well fed. Alright. That's cool. Man, I see this reminds me of the medieval blacksmith game. But I think I actually like the I like that. I'm a person that like I very well can like if somebody says something to me, doesn't matter what it is, my brain immediately gets basically a video of it. Oh. Wait, Bennett? Bennett Marauder approaches your anvil with Chodo trotting faithfully beside him. The dog tail wags its recognition as he spots you. Good tidings, Smith. Just thought I'd drop by and take a look at your forge. It's a nice little setup you got here, ain't it? Not bad. I was lucky. The forge was already here when I arrived. This. I get a gold pendant. Oh yeah, that's not bad. I was lucky. That is a stroke of luck. Still, there's a lot of abandoned stuff lying around camp. People die and leave their things behind. Pause to scratch Chodo behind the ears, and then straightens with a sigh. Tell you the truth, Smith, this ain't a social call. I'm looking for a commissioned blade from you. Any experience with weapons? Not with swords, no, but I kept order in my old tavern with a stout cudgel when needed. Drunk men are easy to handle than desperate ones, but I do know a bit about how to hurt a man. Brought this on. Camp's a dangerous place and getting more dangerous by the day. Do with a good sword if I'm here to protect my family. What can you offer? Don't have much coin, but I got goods to barter. Stuff I've scavenged from wrecked rat wagons and ruined farmhouses. Chodo whines softly, nudging against Bennett's leg. The children, Tyrene and old Gitta. They're depending on me to keep them safe. Of course I'm gonna freaking help you, man. Let's go. Alright. Dude gave me food. There ain't no way I'm turning him away. Alright, so you... get into the average length that we've been going to. Let's go ahead with that. Alright, and then let's do the thickness. This is where I'm confused. Okay, so the mobility is good. I mean, the weight is not, though. It's so heavy. There we go. One more. That should be good. Change the width. That out some. Balance is not great at all, either. I mean, that's after we put the hilt and everything on, of course. I mean, I could do that first and foremost. Score cross, spell sword. I'm gonna use a score cross. I'll give you a nice little... Right? So you want two-handed. That means I actually need to get... Here's the big one. That one right here? Alright. Put a hilt on there. Sure, sure, sure. And a narrow point. Okay, so we need to make a narrow point. So... Go back to this. Point. Okay, we got ourselves a nice little narrow point there. Go get it to 100%. Okay, and then I want the cross section. Because obviously we gotta sharpen this. I'm not gonna give him a blunt weapon. Crazy talk. I mean, it does do impact though. Maybe he would like a blunt weapon. No, we gotta give it at least a little bit of sharpness. Increase that mobility, get the balance down some. Ooh. Okay. Oh, but the stiffness is gone now. Ooh. So, okay, delete that. We keep the stiffness. Let's go ahead and do that a little bit. Not to what it was. I was trying to get a little bit better of a balance is what I was going for, but I mean, I guess this is fine. I mean, we have everything. Yeah, it's all offered a minute. What do you mean? It's not sharp. The stiffness goes away. Reverse hammering? Okay, there we go. The balance is still not great, though. It's not good. Let's go back to the hilt. Maybe I can change this. Can I change this one for the heavier one? I mean, it makes the balance a bit better. This is the heaviest one. There we go. That's much more of a balance. But the mobility is not there. Oh, okay. I guess we'll just go with this for now. That's fine. There's 23 steel on this? Good lord. Alright, well, we're good, yeah. It takes a sword and reverent hands, his weathered face lighting up. Choto wags his tail. I don't know much about swordsmith, but this feels good in my hands. Makes a few powerful practice swings, testing weapon weight, and reaches with Choto watches approvingly. If any more vultures circle around my family, they'll find more than they bargained for. Between Choto's teeth and this blade, the marauders can't hold their ground. Give my regards to Tyrene and the children. I will indeed. They will be pleased to know you're looking out for us. Thank you, Smith. Here, take this. I found it in the ruins. Produces a gleaming necklace, clearly valuable. Thanks, Bennett. It's a pretty bauble. No, thanks, man. If you ever need anything, company, a hot meal, whatever, you know where to find us. Come on, Choto. Alright, yes. Awesome. Okay, so I need to go here, and I need to start scrapping some stuff. So let's salvage this, salvage this, salvage that, salvage this. Okay. This I feel like I don't want to salvage. I want to sell to merchants when we can find a merchant. Okay, so let's close up that. I still have 3 energy. I really should have looked. I wouldn't have done that last one. Dang it. Ah, I got enough for this, though. Old man lifts up your anvil, blade worn in quivering hands. His sword has seen better days, Smith. Can you help? Yeah, man. I got nothing else to do with my energy, so that's fine. Ooh, you got a curved sword. Alright. I need cross-section. Alright, there we go. Alright, buddy. There you are. Inspects the blade, running his thumb carefully along the edge. Much better. Good work, Smith. Alright, that's all I have to do right now. I don't have any... Oh, wait, there's another person. Woman shuffles forward, her eyes rimmed and haunted. She has a sword in her hands and clearly seen years of neglect. My husband passed away a few days ago. This was his blade. I told him I needed maintenance, but he insisted it's fine. What do you think, Smith? You could chop a carrot. You couldn't chop a carrot. Should have known better. A warrior's only as good as... No. Yeah, it clearly needs work. Can you fix it up for me? Now I'm alone. I'd like to have a weapon I can rely on. Forge. Alright. Let's go. There you are. She traces the restored blade with a trembling fingers, tears in her eyes. So much better, even if my untrained eye. It was barely worth carrying around before, was it? Wasn't it? Thank you, Smith. Okay. I'm level 3. I mean, to be fair, I can't go up any higher on any of these anyways, right? So, I might as well just unlock these. Yeah, we have to be level 5 before we can do it. Well, how does that make any sense? 3, 4, okay, and 5, I see. So this lets me make asymmetrical blades now. We have one more person waiting? Good. I was hoping it wasn't going to make me just waste points. Old man lifts up to your anvil, a blade worn in his quivering hands. The sword has seen better days. Yeah, okay, let's go. I literally just did this one too, that's kind of funny. There you are. Yep, alright, exact same person. Just found a new blade apparently. Alright, so I guess that's the end of our day. Let's go. In the day. Alright, let's explore the keep. We got a new place to go, the Lost City. Scrap peddler can be found here. Alright, so now we got a dude that we could buy some stuff from. Not all of Eren Keep was granted the Masked King's protection. Centuries past, the city spilled beyond its ancient walls. Now the barrier which traces the wall's course has left the outer areas to the mercy of the wastes. Nicknamed the Lost City, those crumbling districts have been picked over by countless looters, but rumors persist that there's a worthwhile treasure to be found amongst the rubble. Search the ruins for valuables. Lost City is being endlessly picked over by the scavengers. Your hopes of finding something is slim, but irresistible. Shards of rubble crunch underneath as you trudge down empty streets. Sure enough, one by one, the half-collapsed shells of houses prove to offer nothing. Venture deeper into Lost City. Spot a manor house that stands intact. Its stone walls withered from the years better than most of the surrounding buildings. Search the manor. Step cautiously through the dark halls, finding only rot and ruin in the kitchen. A huddled family of skeletons occupy the bedroom, some large, some small, each clutching an empty vial. Under a box of fallen bookcase in the study, you're pleased to find an ornate box missed by prior looters. Alright. For a moment, you think you've lost your way, but then you spot a fountain you recognize. A statue cracked and headless, its remaining water just a puddle of black slime. Breathe a sigh of relief. This is familiar territory. Alright, scrap peddler, looking for you. Night draws closer, the shadows of the Lost City come alive. Hidden eyes watch from high places. You scurry through the ruins, feeling as small and vulnerable as an insect. Fortunately, the scrap peddler is easy to find. He warms his hands over a blazing fire in an empty market square. Accompanied by a sad-looking mule pulling a cart of junk. He is an off-putting sight. Most of his face is bandaged, but the exposed areas are a mess of festering sores and flaking skin. You dread to think what the bandages are hiding. Not contagious, not contagious. Peddler points at himself as he shouts. One yellow eye peers out through gauze. Do you expect me to stake my life on your honesty? Keep away from me. What kind of melody affects you? Not contagious, I swear, is it? He doesn't seem to fully understand your question. Taking a look at him, his disease looks like it's either leprosy or a terrible skin condition. Either way, best not to get too close. I have so many things, I find them in dark places I sell to you. Don't take this wrong way, but I'm surprised no one has killed you for... No. What do you sell here? Many things, much to be found for those who know. Did you find all the stuff? Dark places call to me. I find forgotten things there. Points vaguely downwards. The mule retches as though ready to expire. Can I see your wares? New vendors available from your forge, scrap peddler? Alright. But it's too dark. The dark time is for taking my favorites, not giving. Come back in daylight so you can see what is buying, yes? Okay. Don't take this the wrong way, but I'm surprised no one has killed you and stolen your goods. Ah, I'm good at hiding. I cough and I sputter and I pretend to be contagious. The bad men run a mile. But I'm not actually contagious, I swears it. Alright, cool. Oh, dude, I didn't even realize there was a picture here. This is legitimately exactly what I was picturing in my head, though. Basically, I was just picturing the dude from, Mouthwashing. I don't know if anybody knows what game that is. That's basically what I was envisioning in my head. Partners forever and always, yes. His rotten grin sends a shiver down your spine. Sun slips low into the sky, the shadows of the ruins lengthen, time to leave. Hurrying back to camp. Unlike the lost souls camped among the black ruins, you still cling to the hope of entering Eren Keep. Okay. Game is crazy. You unlocked your first vendor. At any point during the day, visit visitors to visit vendors. Buy resources and other items. A few hours past midnight, you woken up to a soft silken hiss. Blade slices through the fabric of your tent. Huh? Fabric falls away to reveal a pair of gleaming eyes, a crescent of yellow teeth, a gaunt figure with a knife in his hand. He steps carefully into your tent, apparently thinking you asleep. Behind him are dim shapes of other men. Each night you bury your tools and your coin in a new location. There's not much in the tent they can steal. They don't look like the types who will be happy if they don't find anything worthwhile. Faint sleep. Don't take one more step. I guess don't take one more step. Man freezes, grin widening. Oh, awake, it's here. Might be easier this way. Hand over your coins, food, and anything you got. Companions entered the tent behind him. 3 more men, all rail thin and desperate. The leader takes a menacing step closer. You got nothing worth stealing. You picked the wrong tent. I make swords. You can't defend myself. Am I about to die? Leader hesitates, but only for a moment. 4 against 1, Smith. Use your head. Stop waving your toothpick in my face. You think you scare me, you scrawny runt? Reach for your sword. Success! The thief pauses, his eyes flittering across your muscular shoulders and strong, callous hands. He attempts to smile. Let's get out of here, boys. Think we picked the wrong tent after all. Thieves melt away into the night, leaving you alone in your sliced open tent. Requires a few hours of stitching to repair, but you're too tired to attempt it now. Manage a few more hours of fitful sleep before dawn breaks. Okay. I only got 8 points today. Sad. Scrap peddler. Make your way through the lost city, the harsh daylight echoing through the ruins into stark relief. The sounds of your footsteps echo eerily in the crumbling silence. At last you reach the scrap peddler square, a rubble-strewn market plaza reclaimed by weeds. Peddler perks up at your approach, his one visible yellow eye widening with excitement at the prospect of a customer. Save the prettiest trinkets for you, yes. Alright. I have questions for you. I'll have questions afterwards. So, right now we have this. Sell that. Okay, see, and be open to retrieve whatever's inside, but I didn't know that was a thing. Can I sell the box afterwards? Wrapped around grips to comfort and control. Ooh. Buy a couple of these? I'm gonna buy like 10. How about that? I'll take it to 25 wood. I honestly feel like I have enough metal. 105 if I sell this thing. Can be open to retrieve whatever's inside, though. Makes me super intrigued by what's inside. Okay. Oh, what's this now? A major sword part. Oh. Oh, so right now we have Smith's Companion. These are other books I can buy for 100. 6 more, 7 more. Quillian block? Pommel. Bunch of Quillians. Pommels and guard. Ooh. Customers may come specifically looking for designs from this book. This seems really cool. I mean, it's not a lot, but it costs 100. It gives me a new guard. Man, I want to buy it so bad, but I don't have a ton. Scrap peddler dances around more excitedly, his bandaged hands fluttering over his collection. The mule retches pitiably. I have a question for you. Yes, yes. What's your name, peddler? That's right, I'm peddler. Scrap's the game. What condition are you suffering from? Nothing wrong. My skin just doesn't like me anymore. Thanks. Oh, this dude's attitude. Oh, this guy's great. Do you ever go inside Eren Keep? Guards say no. Say I make people sick, but lies. Not contagious, you see? Not even a little bit. Have you seen anything strange in the ruins lately? The walls make songs, sometimes they do. A beautiful, sweet song from the sleeping. Men with candles sneak out of here and call out things from the dark places, but the dark places are not easy to call, and I can tell them if I... What? I can tell them if they liked. Dark places do the calling. Like you've been scavenging in the ruins. Once I had a real shop with walls and a floor, then just as I bandaged hands and a gurgling laugh. Now I have a mule. Mule don't care about face. Mule supports me through hard times. How long you been asked? 10 years, 17? How long does a mule live? Peddler nods, mindlessly scratching his bandages until something underneath dislodges. Why, man? This is what I'm saying. Like, I vision all this stuff. This is like a video playing in my head right now. And jeez, man. Alright, well, I'm good. Nod courteously to the peddler, eager to be on your way. They're friends of me. Tell them I'm not contagious. Not at all. Okay. Well, unfortunately, I screwed up because I needed to do this. How do I open? That was worth it to do that than it was the other way. Alright. Alright, so let's see what we got today. 54446. So I can do these two. Like hands grasp your arms belong to a man with a wild beard and even wilder eyes. I don't have much time left, Smith, and they're going to take it. I hear them all the night scampering around my tent. Animal scum, they can't leave me alone. I need a sword. I can't lose what little I have, not again. Who do you think is trying to steal from you? Everyone in this camp, you can't trust any of them. That's why I need a blade in my hand. You don't seem well. Fine, it's the world that's wrong. I'm not making this guy a sword. Man who approaches your forge is brooding and silent, his starved face and shaven head lending to a skull-like aspect. Then he speaks, his voice a hollow rasp, a blade. He glares at you. You don't get the impression he's in the mood to answer questions. I mean... Sure? The other dude seems like he's gonna go kill somebody. I'm just gonna work with this for right now. I mean, you want this to be a long blade, and the speed is just gone right now. Like, you want this to be a crazy long blade. Holy, dude. Alright, let's change the thickness on this thing. Look at this. What is Y-hander or something? Holy. Oh, can I... Yeah, I lose, like, all that stiffness and stuff on there. No, see, that's increasing the weight, isn't it? He wants it for speed, so I need to lower the weight. That's way too little. I'm not making a rapier here. Good lord. All right. Then the cross section. Swiftly blade gives you swung and retracted. The sword's heightens the point light. A mass near the point, a longer handle further improves it. Okay, so we want to make... this is crazy long. No, I don't like that at all. Swap them around. A little bit better? No, wait, was that actually... Hold up. You're telling me putting 3 of these things on here is good? It looks so ridiculous. That's the only way that I can do it, is by putting 3 of these handles on here. Oh yeah, and then I of course gotta put this on. Can I take a handle off? Nope, I have to have that third handle on here. I have literally no choice. This is the most insane blade I have made so far. This seems so crazy, man. Yeah, see, I can't. I have to have it all skinny to keep that freaking thing going. Alright, so let's go ahead and add a point. You want an average point, so probably about here. Nope, I went too far. Alright, there you go. I have made the blade that you wanted, and it's an absolute insanity. Alright. Yes? Gold-faced man takes your sword, giving it a cautiously glance before stowing under his tattered cloak. It suits my purpose. I was a man of many words. Okay, so I guess I have 4 points left. The only one I have the option of is that. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go in here. And we're just gonna break down this. Alright. I have 371 right now on the money. I need to buy more. I need to go back to the scrap peddler. Survey your wares. I need some wood. Like, I'm definitely low on wood. That's probably like the lowest thing. I'm half tempted to buy these. I bet I could break them down into stuff. But I really think I'm gonna buy this one. Now we have new sword parts. Kinda wanna get this because it does give me more pommels. Alright. Alright. Goodbye, man. Thank you for the good stuffs. Alright. So I got 3 action points left. Oh crap, I meant to sell this. Wait, no, precious metal for sword making. Oh. So this is for the decorations and stuff. Like I've seen some of the stuff. In fact, that's why I remembered. I think the demo was just literally just there wasn't the story parts, which I'm totally digging. It was just making like you could make some fantastical blades, and I made like a crazy like elven little blade type of thing. It was cool. And so like I'm assuming that this is gonna get super intricate. I mean, obviously just looking at this, we got some crazy advanced blade making. There's organized, there's engraving. I'm assuming engraving's gonna get more crazy, polishing, all kinds of stuff. And I'm pretty sure like the other mode, I want to double check. Okay, that's so I can save it anytime. Pretty sure the other mode is where you just can do whatever. Like it's just a sandbox type of thing. This gives me like, I always ask myself, what is the reason I exist in a game? The story mode of this gives me a reason to like push forward and we can progress. And I'm liking the progress so far. So you have to let me know. I'm worried this won't do well, so make sure to hit the like button and leave comments if you do enjoy, because it is a lot of, you know, it's a lot of text. But I enjoy doing this. This almost brings me back to the Lobotomy Corporation days. A desperate-looking man shuffles forward, unwrapping a battered blade from a dirty cloth. I haven't taken proper care of this. Been too focused on just surviving. Could you fix it? Let's go, man. These are super easy to fix. Okay, so you're all good? There you go. Alright. There you are, buddy. It's like you brought it back from the dead. I owe you, Smith. Alright. And then we just go and do another one. I want to see better days. Is this the same dude? I feel like did I not do the good the first time? Much better. Good work, Smith. Okay. Owen, I haven't taken proper care of this blade. You focus on just surviving. Could you fix it? Yes. Yes. Yes, everybody has these blades that need to be fixed. There you go. Right. Brought it back from the dead. Yep, alright. Cool, 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 cool. Alright, we're all done on that. Let's go to the next day. Yes. What? Why are you asking me, am I done? I have nothing else to do. Yeah. Okay, so we still only have a daily upkeep of 20. I just want to make sure. Stay in the forge, the camp, the lost city, or the outer gate. I want to go to the camp again. I want to go check on the family, man. How you guys doing? Y'all having a good day? Everybody still alive, right? Inside the outer walls, Eren Keep, desperate souls gathered to makeshift tents pleading for entry. Head to the Munder's tent. Steal rations from a passing wagon. Speak to Chev. Oh, let's speak to Chev. We haven't talked to her in a minute. You find Chev sitting outside her tent, gnawing on a chicken bone that's already picked clean. Nice to see you again. I've been enjoying my dinner. I offer you some, but I'm still waiting for my sommelier to pair the perfect wine. Latest gossip around. What do you know about the magical barrier around Eren Keep? It appeared shortly after the Sundering, right? At the same time as the Masked King took over the throne. Don't know much more than that, sorry. How'd you end up here? Grew up far west of here in Kurov. I lived in a beautiful port town. On certain mornings, the sea and sky blended together into the shade of misty blue. It was like looking out into a hazy abyss with ships suspended in the middle. And then Sundering happened. Since then, I've been hoping for a settlement to settlement, disaster to disaster. A few years ago, I heard the Eren Keep had survived. No better than survived, it had thrived. Safest place in the world, surrounded by a magic barrier that kept both plagues and monsters at bay. The name sounded familiar, and then I remembered my dad used to tell me how his fool of a brother used to move to Eren Keep to make his fortune. Not much of a fool. What if your uncle is no longer with us and a lot of people have perished since the Sundering? Well, thanks for that cheerful thought. I was hoping that my uncle had survived after all, and Eren Keep was meant to be safe. In any case, it's how I came to be here. My uncle's the last member of my family left alive. I'm sure he'd take me in if only he could get through the damn gate. Do you have a plan for getting in? Of course. I've got a skilled team assembled with lockpicks and grappling hooks. No, I don't have a plan for getting in. I'm making this up as I go and failing miserably. Tell me more about your life. I have to. Dwelling on good memories and the beautiful but painful. Like gazing, overlooking at the sun. What about the bad memories? During the Sundering, abominations rose from the ocean. The waves were as high as mountains, and the sea beasts claimed that the sea didn't. Did Cthulhu wake up? Are we in a Cthulhu world? What? What's happening? We were visiting my father's vineyard out of reach of the worst of it. We fled thinking that our town had suffered some unique tragedy. Didn't know that the same thing had happened everywhere else in the world. What's the latest gossip? Oh, you know, the usual things. Petty fights, thefts. People die and new people turn up from the waste to replace them. Okay. Thanks for stopping by. Steal rations from passing wagon. Lie in wait at the camp's outskirts. As the twilight turns to dusk, a wagon appears on the horizon. Its enormous spiked wheels churning up a storm of dust in its wake. Black armored guards sit atop the wagon, wielding fierce-looking crossbows. If they spot you, they'll likely end up punched full of holes. If you're in luck, a child runs out in front of the wagon, almost ending up minced meat beneath the wheels. The wagon pulls to a halt. The guards shout at the boy to get out of the way. Steal a box of rations. Oh no! Make a dash for the wagon. When the guard spots you with no warning, raises the crossbow and fires. Well, it strikes you squarely in the heart, knocking you to the ground instantly. You grapple for a moment at your chest, wheezing and sputtering as strength fades from your arms and darkness closes in. What? 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 You can die? You can die? I didn't know you could die. Oh my god. I didn't think it would actually kill me. What? Alright. I'm gonna leave this here for now. I didn't realize I was already over an hour. I'm super into this game. I really am. I love the blacksmithing aspects. We barely scratched the surface of what's possible there. But this story of this too, this is really well written. Like, I am really enjoying this. So let me know if you guys want to see more. I hope you do. I will happily do more of this. I fear that it won't. I hope it does. But of course, every time I really enjoy something, YouTube doesn't push it out. So yeah, hype the video if you can. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye for now.